Hello everyone. I'm not sure where I'm gonna be posting this video, but yeah, welcome to my Survivor Perk tier list. I thought it'd be extra interesting to make this, since most of the meta perks are now no longer meta perks, and I want to see my own perspective for this because I'm really, let me just take my headset off. I'm really not sure where I personally stand on the perks, so by looking at them and ranking them, uh, I might have an idea. I'm gonna name the perks that I know the names of. I might not know the name of every single perk. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys just know what the perks do. Because I'm gonna explain some of them, but not all of them. So let's start with Ace in the Hole. This perk is completely bad. Unless you're like tailoring your whole build towards this perk, there's just no reason to ever run it. Adrenaline is one of the best perks in the game. It's busted, completely busted. This is useless. This is aftercare, I think. You basically see your teammates are after you heal them or something. It's useless. There are better perks for that, like empathy. Alerts is one of the better perks in the game. One of the best looping perks in the game. Also great for information. Seeing the killer is always going to be valuable, no matter how, how conditional it is. It's just super valuable. Any means is kind of a meme perk, but sometimes it can be extremely useful if the killer just refuses to kick like a god pallet or something. Could be decent. Yeah, I think B tier is crazy. Appraisal is useless. Autodidact is probably super good, but you can't, like, it's not reliable enough to get all 5 stacks, and sometimes this perk is literally gonna make you lose games if you're like in the end game and you gotta heal a teammate, but you don't have any autodidact stacks. It's gonna take you like 15 seconds to heal or 50 seconds to heal the survivor, and that's gonna lose you the game sometimes. So it's gonna be A tier. Maybe if they change something about this perk, it could go up to S tier. It has potential. It's definitely better than Alert after the healing nerfs. Balance is one of the better perks in the game still, uh, because DH is gone, so balance landing is going to be super good on some maps. I honestly don't even know what this perk is. I don't think I've seen this yet. This is not reassurance, is it? No, I'm sure I'd recognize reassurance. This is kind of a meme perk, but it can sometimes be useful. Blast Mine is extremely useful still. A lot of people like kicking gens still. It just rotted their brains. The gen kick meta rotted killer's brains. This is a meme perk. This is useful on a lot of maps. Spoil over makes the killer, wiggle more when you're wiggling. There are so many perks. I gotta go faster. Bond is just a worse version of empathy, so it has to be below empathy, and I think empathy is gonna be ace here. So Circle of Healing is kind of useless. Kinda. A lot of people said that it's overpowered. It's even better now. I think that was just YouTube clickbait because this perk is very bad. Usually it's not worth it to like waste your time running to the boon to heal faster if you find your teammate outside of the boon radius. But I guess that is kind of a safe haven for players to go and heal. If they want to heal, they're gonna go towards the boon, and then they might find players there willing to heal them. Maybe that's its usefulness. This is such a bad perk. It's a waste of a perk slot. 2% movement speed, negligible. You might as well not have anything. This is good if you're swiffing. Definitely decent. Unbreakable, decent. Not. It's better than. Uh, I'm gonna say AIDS here actually. Shadow Step can still be useful. Not very useful though. I guess if you're running like a full-on bone build, it might be useful. I don't know. Borrowed Time is still super good. One of the better Survivor perks. Even though, never mind, because Off the Record exists, right? Yeah, why do they have Borrowed Time and Off the Record? That's so dumb. Yeah, because Off the Record is just a better BT. No, BT is useless. Everyone is running Off the Record now. Yeah, what the fuck? Botany knowledge, it used to be better. Not good anymore, because healing yourself is useless, and increasing altruistic healing speeds is almost Useless. Breakdown can be useful if you're running a build tailored specifically towards breakdown. Uh, what is this? I forgot what it's called. Breakout. This is breakdown and this is breakout. Yeah. Breakout can be useful still. It's kind of a fun perk though. This is fuck you. You know what I mean? Uh, decent. Any means necessary. Not any means necessary. Prove that. Not prove thyself either. Built to last. Built to last. Not very useful because items are just not as good as they used to be. But I guess it's still an A tier perk if you're running like a decent item, like a toolbox or something. Built to last can be super useful. This is empathy, right? It looks like empathy. Empathy is an A tier perk, especially if you have autodidact. I think empathy is the best R reading perk for teammates perk in the game. Don't think there's a better one. Super useful. You can see injured teammates all around the map. But it depends on your build. If you're not running anything to specifically help those injured teammates, this perk can be quite useless. Clairvoyance is useless. This is useless. This counterforce is useless as well. This perk, I forgot what it's called. Dance with me? Yeah, it is decent. That's a kind of a fun perk. I guess the B tier is just for fun perks. That makes a lot of sense. Dark Sense is actually super good. Dark Sense is just a more consistent alert. No, I guess they running both of these perks makes sense. Dark Sense is decent. Being able to see the killer for so long, especially if you're looping, super good. Deadhard is terrible. Just run off the record. Deadhard is completely, utterly, completely no point in ever clicking on this perk. Okay? No point. No matter what killer mains, pseudo killer mains are gonna tell you, because they have their own like personal experiences with the perk because they can't wait it out for like a half a second. They're gonna tell you that DH is still good. It's not. DH is a dog shit, super a terrible perk because it was already not good. Now it's terrible. It's unusable. Uh, Diversion, fun perk. DS, fun perk. Deja vu, good for newer players, but kind of useless if you know what stuff is. Deliverance, especially for solo queue, extremely powerful. Desperate Measures is probably better than ever because your teammates are going to be injured all the time. So this is going to have a lot of value. Detective's Hunch is actually a super great perk, especially if you're going against Hex Totems. Super good. Great for booning as well, but booning is kind of dead. This perk is extremely powerful. What is it called? Fuck, I forgot. This perk is extremely powerful because a lot of R reading has been implemented into the game. And this perk just completely counters it. R reading in general is kind of bullshit. Killers being able to see you through walls, especially in chase, is just... It shouldn't be a thing, but it is. And that perk kind of counters it. Pebble. Pebble is just a fun perk. I don't even know what this is. Fuck this perk, whatever it is. Oh no, this is... No, this is Calm Spirit. Okay, I'm sorry for making you guys cringe. This is empathy. I knew something was off about empathy there. Please don't roast me. Just skip forwards in the video a little bit. This is useless. No, it's not. It's actually quite a fun perk. I forgot what it's called, but it's a fun perk. Flashbang is a fun perk. Not really particularly useful. Flip flop can be useful in some builds. This is actually super powerful for the people, especially if you use it properly. I know that this is one of the Stranger Things perks that were reworked to look like this. I don't really know what it does. If it was the old icon, I'd probably be able to tell it what it does, but I can't. This is fun perk. Hope is super powerful. Hope is one of the best perks in the game by far. I think hope is actually better than distortion. Distortion, that's what the perk is called. There you go. Especially if you run it with adrenaline, it's super powerful. You're so much faster. And if you're going against a 4.4 killer, in particular, it's crazy. Hyper focus, decent fun perk. Uh, yeah, whatever this is, rookie spirit, I think it is. Yeah, whatever. It's terrible. This is super good. This is probably the best way to heal yourself in current meta, especially if you run it with Detective's Hunch. This perk is super good. Iron Will is useless, especially now that exhaustion meta is, sprint burst. You're pretty much always going to be exhausted, so this perk literally has no value whatsoever. And I think that's crazy. Iron Will used to be one of the best perks in the game. Now it's just complete utter dog shit, unless you have DH. If you run it with DH, then it's still useful. But then again, you're running DH at that point. Like you want to die. You know what I mean? The perk already didn't work, and now it's conditional as well. Fuck that. Kindred is always going to be super useful. Uh, Kinship, not so much. Kind of a fun perk. Leader is also kind of a fun perk. Left Behind is kind of a fun perk. Lightweight is kind of a fun perk, but it's still pretty good. Lithe is probably the best exhaustion perk in the game. This is useless. Lucky Break is one of the better perks in the game as well. If you don't want to get chased, just want to win the chase. Lucky Break is your friend. Metal Amen is a fun perk. No mither kills you. This perk is useless. Object. I love Object, but I don't want to put it here. Maybe it is. Maybe it is super powerful. I was just talking about how being able to see the killer's aura is super powerful. Off the record is one of the best breaks in the game. Up the ante, unless you have it with Kindred or something, then it's, This break is extremely useful. Overzealous, I forgot what it does. So it's gonna go here. I'm sure it's not that bad because I see people running this, so it can't be terrible. I just have no clue what it does. I just don't remember. This parental guidance, I thought was gonna be meta when it was released. Turns out it's just kind of bad. But if you run it with DS or something, then it's kind of a budget lucky break, you know? But then at that point, you might as well just run lucky break. Pharmacy, oh, healing yourself is bad now. So pharmacy used to be super good. It's not super great anymore. It's still usable. This is fun perk, Plunger's Instinct, being able to see stuff. I'm not even gonna talk about that one. Wait, what does this even do? I forgot. So I'm just gonna put it on C tier. uh, Power Struggle, fun perk. Uh, this is useless. Prove Thyself. Prove Thyself is pretty useless. Just do gens, just spread out and do gens. It's always going to be better. There are some killer mains out there that dare to say that Prove Thyself is still powerful. Shut the fuck up, man. It's just, you're bad. You just suck. If you're losing to Prove Thyself and you think that the gens are going fast because of Prove Thyself, you're wrong. If they were splitting up and doing gens, you'd get fucked even harder. Okay, just get better at the game. That's all I have to say. Prove Thyself is kind of cringe. I don't like seeing it when I'm playing Keller, but I also don't think it's powerful. Quick and Quiet is fun perk. What is this? Why do I know what it is? I know what it is, I just don't know what it is. It's an Ada perk, clearly. I just forgot what it does, so see it's here. This is Reassurance, just great perk overall. Counters camping, that's great. Red Herring, fun perk. Oh, it's a terrible perk, actually. Uh, what is this? It's a Hinata perk, I just don't know what it is. Whatever. This can be useful sometimes. You block the gen. Decent. This is fun perk. Extremely powerful. I think Resilience is one of the most underrated survivor perks in the game. This, I don't know what it, I don't remember. Oh no, when you get unhooked, you're already half healed. So I guess it's decent fun perk. I don't know. It's okay. Cause healing yourself. Oh no, this is Rookie Spirits. So I don't know what this is. This is Rookie Spirit. They're both garbage, I'm sure. Saboteur, fun perk. Self-aware is actually super decent, especially if you're running sprint burst. Self-care. This should have its own tier, which is killer perk. This is just a killer perk. Self-care, you're helping the killer. There's no other way. There's no better way to say this than you're helping the killer if you run this perk. This perk is dog shit. It has such minimal effect for such high risk. What the fuck? Why the fuck would you ever run it? This is decent, useful for solo queue if you want to double up on gens, but then at that point you're trolling. Why would you double up on gens? You know what I mean? This is powerful. Funny as that may sound. This is kind of useful sometimes. No, just run Detective's Hunch. This is fun. Fun perk. This is pretty much useless. It's better than Wake Up, so when I rate Wake Up, it's gonna have to be lower than this. Yeah. Well, depends on the. No, I guess Wake Up is more consistent, and this is more value for more risk. So, I forgot what this does. Not even gonna try and think because it's terrible. Soul Guard can be useful, especially with the boon, but it's more of a fun perk. This is also a fun perk. Sprint Burst, one of the better, exhaustion perks in the game. So it's gonna have to go like this probably. Yeah, I think this is fair. This is Stakeout can be useful on some builds, but it's mostly a fun perk. How many times did I say fun perk this video? Probably a bunch. Streetwise, kind of dog. Not as bad as these perks though. Technician. No, yeah, Technician is pretty bad. Tenacity can actually be super useful sometimes. Especially against slugging killers, and now that Twins is back in the playable status. Well, not really, but it's still good. Unbreakable, yeah, I think Unbreakable deserves S tier still. Up the ante can be useful most of the time. Not sure. Orbit Evasion. Welcome to Dead by Daylight. How was your first game? Vigil, super powerful. Extremely powerful, actually, because Vigil counters every negative status effect that applies to you, not just exhaustion. So Vigil is super powerful, especially if you combo it with Sprint Burst. This Visionary, right? Visionary is okay. Wake Up is also okay. Windows, probably one of the best tricks in the game. We'll make it probably one of the best breaks in the game as well, with the healing changes. We're gonna live forever. It's never gonna be a bad perk, but it's never gonna be great either. I guess A tier is great, but yeah. Wiretap, super fun perk. Fogwise, decent. It's an R-reading fun perk, I guess. It's probably gonna make you lose the game. Sorry about my dog. And this is whatever this is. Here's my tier list, guys. How do you like it? Yeah, I think I like it. I'm gonna screenshot and post it on Twitter. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. That's it. This is the definitive Survivor Perk tier list coming from the best YouTuber alive. Adios.